Boy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ultra Dark Slayer here. Thank you for coming to my channel. Hope you all had the rest of your Thanksgiving weekend that happened during the weekend. Hope you guys did your Christmas shopping. Hope you are still doing some Christmas shopping for some of your favorite people. And I hope you're also buying stuff for yourself as well, because I know I have. And yeah, my Christmas shopping is done, like I said on my last video. Now I'm just trying to figure out who to give presents to, and see if I can find a little bit something for myself as well, because I do collect Gundam figures from Bandai, from their third party uh, company. It's not Bandai, it's the people that work with Bandai. And I'm trying to find some more Gundam figures. And I'm pretty sure these two figures will make my collection a lot more brighter. As for Yu-Gi-Oh cards, just a heads up. I just made a decision to not get the Palooza booster box, because recently it did what up in price in TCG stores, and of course it's a pass for me, because I have been buying those collector boxes, like the retro packs and the um and the rarity set 2 and other special cards that have been popping up. But I will get a certain set that has to do with the Egyptian God cards, that has so much God card support, so I will be getting that booster box hopefully later next week, so stay tuned for that. So before we get into certain gaming news, like this article that has been popping up throughout the week recently, and weirdly enough, there has been a bit more car accidents lately, and there was even one like near my job at the university I work at. Like I was speaking to one of my fellow co-workers that he was out jogging in the area. He was talking to one of our other co-workers, and all of a sudden there was like 3 crashes in that one spot. Man, what could have taken his life too, but I was glad that that never happened to him. So but yeah, I'm just glad that he even helped out the people that got into that accident. And but speaking of accidents, there was one that caught everyone's attention, that a young man was like riding on his bike, I believe, and then out of nowhere, like a truck hit him and like dragging him on the road, while his bike was like stuck between him, and the only thing that was protecting him was his backpack, and in his backpack was not other than his Xbox Series S. Imagine that. That Xbox Series S that this young man had was in full protection mode for this kid. And it was like So does this mean that the Xbox Series S is kind of like the Nokia phone? You know, this blue bulky phone. My dad used to have one back then, and it's like, wow, the Series S saved this young man with a full with some scrapes and bumps and a few cracked ribs, but boy, lucky enough his console still works, which is a plus for him. Not only that this console saved his life, it magically still works for him. So that's good. I mean, it's been crazy lately. Like a lot of people are losing their minds and stuff, and of course people under the influence that should know it's not okay to drink and drive or be high on drugs to while driving. But that was an interesting article to read and to even look at. So now let's get on to some good good stuff. I mean, and I know Flight Simulator has been bashed and already been kicked to the ground by Sony fanboys, but in the long run, Xbox will fix the problem, and the game is indeed running well. Because I, for one, would like to check it out to see how that game is. I would probably like to fly around California, maybe some other states too. And it has a good rating. It's the people of IGN gave it a 9, which is great. I would like to try the game to see for myself. And not only that, like Stalker 2 has been also been kicked to the ground, that it's unplayable, blah blah blah. And what I heard is like most of the Stalker games are indeed glitchy and buggy. So and plus, the people that are behind this game are in a war, and they have been trying their best to move their stuff to one location to get away from it to keep working on the game. That's why they have delayed it back then, and now it's finally out. So now the company has been making fixes, and people are saying like, okay, even though it's a little buggy, the game is running fine. The game had got a good rating. I will be checking Stalker 2 as well. But now, not only Stalker 2 and Flight Simulator have been doing well, Indiana Jones. The embargo has been lifted for a lot of people that have got the code to play, and I hear nothing but good things. Sure, there are a little bit of things that are kind of concerning, but an overall thing, a lot of reviews have dropped, giving it a 10, giving it a 5, a 1, not a 1, a 4, a 9. And Indiana Jones, this Xbox time exclusive, yes, I'm saying it as it is, time exclusive. I know we don't like it. It's going to go to PlayStation. It's okay. We're playing the game first before it goes to PlayStation. Okay, but remember, this is an owned IP. Xbox doesn't own it. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, guys. So great reviews all around. I, for one, cannot wait to play it on Game Pass next week. Yes, I could have gotten the early access edition to play Indiana Jones right now, but I am going to wait a little longer because, work is about to end, and I, for one, would like to sit down and relax and play Indiana Jones, Flight Simulator, and Stalker 2. And I just hear nothing but good things. And yes, I know that there's like less gunplay in this because remember, Indiana Jones doesn't use guns all that often. He is more an up in your face type person using melee weapons or using the environment how he sees fit, and going fisticuffs, because that's how it was uh, back in 1930s, 1940s. Hand-to-hand combat was the right way to go for Indiana Jones. Um, so yeah, I can't wait to play this game and along with the other games. So yeah, I got nothing to say about that, and I'm just excited. I hope you guys are playing the game, enjoying it. But speaking of games, Squid Games is being promoted by Xbox and Activision Blizzard. For one, Activision Blizzard and Xbox are indeed promoting Squid Games to be in Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and also making controllers for Squid Games, because Squid Games Season 2 is coming out soon. And if you're excited about Squid Games, look forward to the items that are coming out for Xbox and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, because it looks interesting. I, for one, have not seen Squid Games. I'm going to give it a chance later this December and then watch Season 2 and see what happens after that. On to the next topic at hand. Let's talk about PlayStation Pro. The PlayStation 5 Pro has been out for a month, of course. A lot of us had already said it. Amongst other people has said it. Even Digital Foundry has said it. But the Sony ponies are defending it and being delusional. Complete delulu, if you say so. We said it. Take it as it is. But for those who are happy with their purchase, good for you. That's all I have to say. Because I already said my piece about it. I warned you guys. Don't waste your money. Stick with the base PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Slim, and you'll be good. Because a lot of these games that were enhanced for the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's been getting worse, and worse on all these games, giving that shimmery shine and bits of delays here and there to load in, and yeah, it's just that it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good, and I think what we all think, that PlayStation has really scammed their consumer base, their true fans. Now the true fans can't see this. They're like, yeah, I kind of wasted my money there. I'm pretty sure some people are gonna return it, stick with the original PlayStation 5 model or the Slim. It's just how it is, guys. I mean, when you're making a product that's supposed to do the things that it's supposed to do and does the opposite, it is a major ripoff. It's a major ripoff. But again, you guys, if you like the console, fine, enjoy it, play your games, but just say we didn't warn you. That's it. Okay. But speaking of PlayStation, of course, they are now going to start making a native handheld device. Not like how the Portal is right now, because they did drop the beta test for cloud streaming. Now, I, for one, have been asking this for a while since I had the PlayStation Portable and the PlayStation Vita, And it sucked to see that they didn't do another version of the PlayStation Vita to coexist with the PlayStation 5. So if they were to do this, because Digital Foundry say that it's gonna take them longer to make games natively to play it on a actual PlayStation portable handheld. And they also did say that Xbox is ahead for this Xbox handheld. Now, it's true. I'm pretty sure what Digital Foundry said about the Xbox Series S, that is the blueprint and formula to use the same tech and motherboard to at least shrink it down to size to be inside of a handheld. So the Xbox Series S is the blueprint, and whatever's inside that console, if again it could be shrink down to make the Xbox handheld. I hope Digital Foundry is right, because Xbox has the technology to do these things, in which Sony is having a big problem with that. I mean, look at the PlayStation 5 Pro, look at their Portal, look at their VR, and this is something that Sony needs to work on now. I know that I've been talking smack about PlayStation. I, for one, loved, I say loved, I loved PlayStation in the past. I don't like how it turned out right now with the PlayStation 5 and a little bit of the PlayStation 4. As for the PlayStation 3, it wasn't up my alley. Okay, I'm being for real here. But seeing that is the 30th anniversary of PlayStation, it's amazing how they have done it all from the first PlayStation to the current console of the PlayStation generation. I didn't, like I said, I didn't get into the PlayStation family myself until I got my PlayStation 2. Now, the reason why I skipped the first PlayStation, because it wasn't for me at the time. Sure, I did play the games that it had at my great aunt's house, because my older aunts and uncles who were early teens, early adult years for them when the console came out. I did play Crash Bandicoot on their console. I played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII on their console, and a little bit of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. They were interesting games, but for me, it was not a system for me, because I have stick with the N64, the Super Nintendo, my Game Boy Color, my Sega Genesis at the time. And until the PlayStation 2 came out, in my heart and soul, that PlayStation was meant for me, because anime games were starting to pop up. Certain fun platformers were starting to pop up. Certain medieval-ish Lord of the Rings type games were coming out. More JRPGs were catching my interest thanks to my cousin who was 1 year old younger than me, and thanks to him, I enjoyed my PlayStation 2 experience a lot more. I played a lot of the Gundam games that were exclusive to the PlayStation 2. Naruto, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and Budokai Tenkaichi, Devil May Cry 1 and 2 and 3, which 1 and 3 was like the best ones there. Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 2, that was like my go-to every time I want to play. Like, that was the one game I would play constantly, along with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Those games were my bread and butter back then on the PlayStation 2, along with the three Ratchet and Clank games that were on the PlayStation 2, and of course Final Fantasy X, which Final Fantasy X was my main Final Fantasy entry of the franchise, hands down. No matter what people says about Final Fantasy 7 or 8 or even 9 or Final Fantasy 12 or 11 or whatever, 10 will always be my number one game forever. It's like. But other than that, guys, I still had enjoyed the PlayStation 2 generation, but as time goes by, it was no to the PlayStation 3, so I got a 360. I had an Xbox One, but there wasn't enough games for me to play there, so I bought a PlayStation 4, played the games that I have enjoyed, and then I went back to the Xbox to enjoy the catalogs that they have done for backwards compatibility, along with the games that are coming out. It's like, okay, Xbox is coming back, and it's now fully back right now this year. As for PlayStation 5, it feels like the kind of same iteration that happened with the PlayStation 4, and it still hasn't grabbed me at all, because again, none of the games of the PlayStation 5 has grabbed me yet, other than Ratchet and Clank, along with the third-party exclusives that are on the console. And that's it. But all in all, PlayStation 2, to me personally, is the best PlayStation console. I mean, I skipped the third, I played the fourth, and then of course I'm somewhat playing on the fifth hardware of the PlayStation. So yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your pets, and hopefully next week I will get the product that I was talking about earlier, and also give out more gaming news. It's almost the end of the year, and of course the Game Awards show is around the corner as well, but I am going to have to miss it, but I will watch it when I come home from work on that night, and give my opinions on it, because the Game Show Awards for this year is ridiculous. I'm just in it for the trailers and the secret drops. So that's about it for that. So I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good morning wherever you guys are. And stay safe out there, guys. And let's finish off 2024. All right. And see you again next week. So, peace, guys.